Good morning, YouTube. It's Keen again. Today I want to do kind of a video where I sort of just talk, because I was talking about this on stream a couple days ago with chat, and I was thinking like, oh hey, wait, that would make actually a really fun discussion video. So today what we're going to do is essentially a tier list, and this is not really like a tier list of the specials per se, like, oh, which one's good, which one's bad. No, this is a hypothetical too many X tier list, and what I mean by that is this season of Splatoon 3 has introduced challenges. And the one challenge we've had so far is too many Trizooka, where essentially the special charge rate is put to an extremity, and you can get games where you have like 15 plus Zookas on one player. So the idea is, a lot of people sometimes are saying like, oh, would it be fun with this special, or would it be fun with this special? And we're gonna kind of talk about that today. I got to play, I think, what was it, 2 out of the 3 too many Trizookas, and for the sake of, I think we'll start the video talking about that one. Too many Trizookas, I have some of the tiers named already. We'll get to it as we go, because some of these we'll see when we get to it. But I think Trizookas is a really good one. It's just really fun straight up. I would definitely put it amidst the top. We'll see as we go if it stays there. Because it's the kind of special where it's kind of just the fun kind of coin flip of seeing if you can get like, multi-kills with it. That's sort of the fun of it, and you just get an obscene amount of them. So you're more likely to, get those funny moments or just like strong plays. So it's just very short, simple, and sweet. You use the 3 shots or whatever. So I think it was a really good pick for the first, too many insert special thing. Because I do think some of these would work really well in this. I don't think some of them would at all. I don't know. Do I want to do this in order? Yeah, that's No, actually, I'll do like as I go, just like whatever sticks out to me. I was talking about this one in the chat. Too many Tacticoolers. Now, Tacticooler is more a special that sort of gives you the perk of like like all the QR and all the special saver and so much ink resistance and 3 mains of run speed and 3 mains of run speed and all this really like cracked out mobility. And it's kind of fun, especially on certain weapons. They don't stack, like if you have one drink and you pick up another drink, it simply like refreshes the timer basically. So in terms of, having like a million of them, you wouldn't want to like pick up 4 drinks at the same time because it doesn't really do anything for you. But what I think would make this really fun is, I'm gonna talk about this as we go, but I think some of these specials would be really good in certain modes. For example, Trizooka, Too Many Trizookas was only on tower control. I think for some of these, it would only really work on something like zones because of sort of the state that you're put in with some of these specials. For Tacticooler, I don't think I would do TC just on the premise of it's a really snowbally mode. So the team that gets like hard advantage first might just like simply like win like flat out. I feel like with this, I almost want to say do like spot zones. Spot zones is probably like the best mode for too many X of like some of these specials, honestly, straight up. I think Cooler would be really fun because it would sort of like kind of make the game this weird, like, oh, everyone has like super QR the whole entire time, like, oh no, I died, but I had a drink, so I came back instantly, jumped to my teammate. Oh, my second teammate has a drink, I pick up that drink. Oh no, I died again. I'm back in like 2 seconds, I jump in again. Oh, there's a third drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Too Many Tacticoolers would be really fun on the premise of just like, you could just like play the game and like fight people the entire time, basically. And as long as like a couple of people are getting drinks, then you have like no downtime. It feels like you're just playing the game straight up for like, like 4 minutes and 30 seconds out of 5 minutes, or, even more than that, maybe, if we're being generous, depending upon how much you're dying. So that'd be really cool. And Cooler does have the thing where it's like, say you're like 80% to Cooler and you pick up one of your teammates' drinks and then you die, it's like, no, you're gonna respawn with the whole thing because you have like the maximum special saver. So like, honestly, like, I feel like this one, like, I would probably put it in its like own tier. Like, it's literally like just QR game mode, but that's fun. Like, I like that's cool. I think I would have to like rely on like, maps that are like fun for fighting for this sort of thing, and like you think about like what weapons have Cooler. It'd be funny just having like a bunch of end zaps or like, like dynamos, tri-slosher, that kind of thing. Like, I feel like it would just like, it'd be the kind of, Too Many Tacticooler would just have like KA screens where it's like, just like this guy's like, oh, I got like 50 kills. I think that'd be really funny. So like, I personally, I want to see that one. Why is Tacticooler on here twice? That's weird. I'll use the other one for sake of consistency. That is strange. Okay. That one goes there. What is jumping out to me? Okay, I've been speaking too positively, it's time to be negative. Too many vacuums. No. I would never do this. This is just terrible because I'm already, like, if you've been to my stream for like one stream, you already know I'm a big vacuum hater. I don't care for it. I don't think it's fun. It's just kind of anti-fun and like not interesting when it doesn't go well to me, and I kind of always just like call it like a gimmick special in a derogatory sense. I think too many vacuum would be really boring because it's a game state where like no one can shoot at each other basically, and like the return shot wouldn't even be funny because like you would try and shoot it and then like another vacuum would just eat it, and that's like about the funniest interaction I can think of, and it's just really not interesting. Like, I don't even know what game mode you would even do. I just don't think this will be fun straight up. I think it would just be 5 minutes of people like struggling to hit each other and like no one dying and just a whole bunch of nothing. So yeah, this is probably like my bottom pick for like too many of a special for like a game mode like this. This would just not be fun. Like if they ever hypothetically did this, I think it's like player base or whatever would be like the lowest of any of them, because like just like in a pure like for fun set, I don't think many people really get much value out of playing Ink back outside of like some like specific objective related things. So just having 8 of them in a lobby just seems like nothing happens for 5 minutes, so I'm not a fan of that one. Let's do Reefslider. I have this tier. I don't know if it'll actually stay this low, but I made this tier with Reefslider in mind where it's kind of funny, novelty, but might stale quickly. I don't know, maybe it goes like here where it's like a little bit below middle. Because Reefslider is funny, but keep in mind you're invincible during the entire like, you know, travel duration. But the problem is, you know, even in like for fun mode, you know, I've done PBs of like multiple Reefslider weapons. The way it kind of ends up devolving and like where it would begin to stale is that it becomes a game of like, don't pull the trigger first because they'll see your slider and then use their own Reefslider's invincibility to like close the gap to kill you on your sliders and lag. And like that does sound funny with 8 players to some degree, because you could just have like those chaining sequences of Reefslider 1 go, Reefslider 2 kills Reefslider 1, and Reefslider 3 kills Reefslider 2. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think it'd be fun. But I feel like in terms of like optimal you're trying to win, I feel like it's a bit linear. But I definitely think there's potential for some silly stuff. As for the game mode, I don't know, I almost want to say not spot zones for this one, just on the premise of like so many zone caps going back and forth, because keep in mind, on some spot zones maps, a good amount of them honestly, you can instant cap the zone with Reefslider, so like maybe that'd be fun, or maybe it wouldn't, depending on your perspective, I suppose. But you know, even with special power, you can like insta cap on some zone. Like I was streaming undercover. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? It doesn't matter. But I was running special power on brine water spot zones, and that was the first time I was like trying it, and you could just insta cap the zone by yourself if you position yourself well. So like, whether or not that makes a fun game mode for too many whatever of a special, that's subjective, but you know, I think it'd be funny, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a little bit boring after a point. Me personally, I love games where you are doing your best to not get hit, so having a game of what is essentially like big shot mode where just like there's like 4 active enemy waybreakers, I think that's really fun. I would love that. I think it would be fantastic. But I could see people calling it obnoxious and they just get tired of dying to it, but like, I don't care. It's my list. You can make a list and put it in B tier if you want. I think this would be hysterical. I think it'd be super fun. I think it would be kind of creative. You know, I'm thinking like first month of the game, like I would sometimes see people running like 2 waybreakers and you put the second one down like on a timer like a little bit after, so like you would have like the 1 wave and then the 1 wave and then the 1 wave and then the 1 wave. Sort of like, so there's like fewer gaps in between where they like not overlap. That's not the word, but where the timings become like kind of awkward and like strict because of this. I think it would be really fun. Like, this is full bias. Like, I don't know if you guys think it would be fun, but like I think it would be amazing. Honestly, I would love this. Like maybe even more than Trizookas, honestly, because I just love the idea of Wavebreaker where it's like you just play the game like normal, but like the floor is lava, but on this like little circle that expands like 3 times. Like, that's so funny. Like you can like put in quirky spots like behind walls, and this is like, it just sounds funny. I want this one. Like, I hope this one's real. Like, I don't know if it'd be a popular choice, honestly, because I don't know. I haven't really seen anyone be like, oh man, I want too many Wavebreakers. Like, maybe that's just me, but I think it'd be really cool. What do we got? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this one would be very good. I don't know. Too many bubbles. Too many bubbles would like make this like awkward game like mode where like you're essentially trying to like go into the enemy bubble, I suppose. And like maybe it'd be kind of funny with Junior, but and I feel like maybe funny, but depends on game mode, I guess, because like I feel again it's like the problem is like you need specific game modes for this, because if you do it in something like TC, you're just gonna chain bubbles the entire time and probably just win immediately. So like, because everyone's forced to have this, like the normal counterplay to bubble where it's like, oh, I'm running hammer or trip strike or whatever, like that doesn't exist. So like, I don't know, I feel like this is like specific. And I also feel like some of the bubble weapons aren't really the most interesting for this. Like I don't think H3, for example, would be like too interesting with this. And like, Squiver's funny, but again, you would need to like go in the bubble and then maybe the Junior just like rolls a bomb at your feet and like shoots you. Like, I don't know, I feel like too many bubbles would be like really limited and like not in a good way. So I can't imagine that one going too well. Conversely, I think this one would be really fun though, honestly. Honestly, I'd probably put it one tier lower. Like I would put it here, and I would say, actually I'll put this one here as well. And you might be wondering like, okay, why are these like, I feel like Zip could be S tier, because Zip is really funny. I feel like the reason is they're extremely fun until people camp the recoil. Because I think that's the problem. I feel like if you want to play to win in like specifically too many Inkjet or too many like Zipcaster, like you're just gonna like kind of play lame and just kill people on the recoil if you can. So I think that kind of like lowers the fun factor like compared to like these two tiers like a little bit. It sort of detracts from the fun, I guess. But like outside of the recoil animation, like these are so fun. Like you know, if you've played Inkjet against Inkjet, like it's like the monkey mode brain of like, yo, I'm an active jetpack, I can like pressure the enemy team and kill them. And then you see the enemy team pop a jetpack and you feel like this like sense of superiority, being like, no, that's me. I'm gonna direct you. Like I don't care about the other guy anymore. Like I'm gonna get you because I have a better inkjet than you, and I can hit you midair, and then you're gonna shoot back at me. We're gonna both probably whiff at each other and just recoil and nothing happens. But it's funny, and that's the point. That's what the whole point of like too many of a special. Zip is kind of similar, although you know it's like main weapon as opposed to like jetpack. But like I think it'd be really funny, you know, just people going like all these lines going like flip across the map. But the thing with Zip, you need it to be like a fun Zipcaster map. So like not something like a Umami, like that'd be boring for too many Zipcaster. Like if you do too many Zipcaster, like you should do something like, I don't know, like Museum could be good. Undertow could be funny. Scorch is okay. The cage is fun on Scorch. I could see some funny like clips from that maybe. But that's like, you know, that's the idea. I think these are both like really fun. Like I'd be absolutely ecstatic if I saw either of these, just on the novelty of like, I think they're really fun, like temporary states, kind of special, but like it's really funny. So I would be a big fan of both of those. I'll put Hammer one above Reefslider. And sort of like, I feel like Hammer would be similar to Reefslider in the sense of like, if you pop it first, you sort of have that thing where like player 2 can pop Hammer in response to player 1's Hammer and kill them, but it's not as linear, therefore it's more fun by default. And like Hammer throws are funny, like you could just throw a bajillion of these throughout a game, so it's like Reefslider, but more fun because no free end lag kill. If that makes sense. You sort of know what I mean? Like I feel like this would be a funny one. Though honestly, if this was Splatoon 2, and this is full bias coming in if you didn't play Splatoon 2, Splatoon 3 patched out a thing with Ultra Stamp where you could like throw it through walls. It was like a glitch that they completely removed in this game, rightfully so, I get it. But if this was Splatoon 2 Hammer, and it was like an Ultra Stamp only game mode like this, like I'd say it's like more fun. Like me personally, I would put it like above Cooler, honestly, but can't throw it through walls in Splatoon 3, so unfortunately I'm gonna have it down here. I'm probably gonna need more tiers for this, honestly. Yeah, let's add a row above, and call this one Visual Clutter. Not as fun as it could be. I'm gonna put Killer Whale here. In regards to where it actually belongs. I'll put it above slider, honestly. Not what I meant to do. I'll put it above slider. As again, it sort of falls into the thing I talked about with Wavebreaker, where it's like kind of like this passive thing. You can just play the game like normal and use it as like a tool for advantage. The problem is when you have 8 players with this, I feel like frame rate might go bye-bye and make it bottom tier. Whoa. I feel like Whale could be fun, but I feel like it would probably just end up being the thing where it's like it'll be the thing like sometimes you like want to complain about in solo queue where your teammate just like drags a bunch of lasers onto you and gets you killed. I feel like it might just end up being that for 5 minutes, so that might not end up being fun. But like I feel like in theory it could be okay, but that's under the assumption the frame rate doesn't implode because of like a million lasers going off on screen at once. So like honestly, if you want to put this one lower, I could totally see it. But I think like in concept, assuming all of the things that I'm talking about, it could be like okay amount of fun, but it could also just like completely obscure your vision and just be a bunch of like ear-piercing like killer whale for 5 minutes, and that might not actually be fun, but you know, maybe it would be. Chump. I feel like Chump is just would Chump be fun? I feel like in too many Chumps, everyone's just running arbitrary to try and one-tap the balloon, because that's just like optimal, just straight up. The thing with Chump is you need more weapons right now. Like I wouldn't expect this to happen for a while. So you know, let's add another tier. Need more weapons with it. OS is anti-fun, but otherwise is pretty good. I'll put that there. Would that be? Is that accurate? I almost like instinctively go to ask because if I'm like streaming on Twitch, I'm literally just recording this by myself. I'm like, oh, chat, is that right? Do you agree? No, that's what the YouTube comments are for, I guess. But no, I think it would still be fun on the premise. Like, it might get annoying just, you know, just being like, oh, there's like 30 balloons and I have to go break all of them. But like, I don't know, maybe it's like the bubble wrap effect where it's like, oh, pop the bubble wrap, it's fun. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it'd be fun because of the fact it's like, oh yeah, just pop all the balloons and there's balloons every 5 seconds. Like I said, it sounds funny in theory. So like, I kind of like it, honestly. Like, yeah, no, I don't care. I'll put it up here. I'm looking at the recording. I've been talking for like 18 minutes. Oh my goodness, so it's like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. There are a lot of specials in this game, but damn. At the same time, I think this makes like a fun like discourse. We have 6 more specials. Let's talk about Rain. Am I feeling the Rain? I like Rain, but I don't think I'm really feeling it, honestly. Not bad, but more annoying. Anything. Yeah, like I feel like Rain would kind of just make it feel like you can't stand anywhere and you're just taking damage over time, and like I like the special, but I think having 8 of them is like more obnoxious than it is really like fun. But like at the same time, it also depends on maps, because some maps Rain just like completely covers everything, especially if you line like 2 of them up. No, is Rain lower than that? No, Rain might be lower, honestly. Like, I like the special, but I don't think it's fun in the context of, like, 8 of them. Really. Like, I don't think there's any, like, immediate, like, zest or pizzazz the way it's like, oh my god, the lines are going over each other, oh my god, I'm getting blasted from 3 sides. Like, it's just like, oh, it's raining. Oh, it's still raining. Oh, there's, like, double rain in this spot, you know? I don't think it'd be too interesting. I'm gonna put this here, but I'm gonna put Missile under the whale, because again, it's like, it might just be a bunch of visual clutter. Frame rate also might die. You might die a lot sharing with teammates. Yeah, like I feel like these are annoying, honestly. Do they go lower? I don't know. Because I feel like missile wouldn't really be good for this either, because like part of the appeal of too many stuff like Trizookas is like I talked about it first. Trizooka's like short and sweet, and then you can immediately charge another one. Missile has like that cooldown now, and like from balancing perspective, yeah, that's cool. And like you need to prevent the spam and all that, but like for something like this, it might just be kind of annoying because it's like you want to play the game, but then you get missile once, you get missile twice, you get missile third time, and by the time you get like, you know, you're trying to avoid the third set of missiles, player one's already charging another missile. Like I feel like that's like not fun. Like I don't know. I think I gotta bump these down honestly. No, I think I'll put it like under. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think these would be very fun thinking about it more. With triple ink strike, does triple ink strike go in this tier as well? I feel like it is just a bunch of visual clutter as well. I don't really think it's like interesting either. Because like triple ink strike is kind of obnoxious in something like tower control, because it kind of just stalls the tower a lot, let alone if you have like 12 of these things running around on a team, if every player has like 3 of them. Like I don't think it'd really be that fun. Like maybe it'd be like above these two, honestly. But yeah, I feel like it has like that effect of like if you actually like stack your triple strikes like correctly with your teammates, it sort of becomes that like extremely anti-fun kind of special. Yeah, no, I feel like it also goes here, but I'll probably put it above the other two. No, Kraken good. Kraken good. We like Kraken. Kraken is funny. I'll put it above Balloon. Very funny. Do it on TC, I beg of you. Yeah, I would put Kraken here. I know there's that nerf where you can shoot Kraken further back on tower control now as opposed to before, but like I don't care. And if you do too many Krakens, please make a tower control. It'd be so funny just having like 5 Krakens wrangling on tower. Like this just, that sounds so goofy. I'd be such a fan. Like just full stop, I think that'd be excellent. Crab. The crab is like kind of weird for this, right? Because a lot of people would call crab anti-fun, you know, like month 1 of the game, or even like now, you know, it's kind of the kind of special where it's like, oh, you're not allowed to exist in like this bubble. And like there's methods of counterplay, but if everyone's on crab weapons, well, like first of all, you need more crab weapons, I think, because it's only like 4. So I feel like it would just like most lobbies would just be like 8 splashes, let's be honest. But that being said, I feel like there's like a certain fun to it. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the same tier as Chump, and you know, like I feel like the description is accurate, where it's like you need more weapons, but like OS is like necessary to sort of win those like crab only ones. But like, I don't know, I think it's like kind of fun to headshot enemy crabs, I guess. And like it still sounds funny, honestly. Like I'm not a hater of it. I don't think it's like the most fun, kind of like these would probably be, but like I think it's okay. It's fine. Booyah. Yeah, I feel like people have done this in the sense of like, you've ever played like compact spot zones in S2 and like a PB and like a scrim, there was like a period where it was like devolving and people were just spamming Booyah bomb. Like, that's what I kind of think of with this one. I think it's okay. But like I would probably put it just like 1 above Rain, because it's like it's neat, but like you have to deal with like that charge animation. And like also having a million of them, and again, like you couldn't do this in a mode like TC. Otherwise it's just stall fest and nothing actually happens for 5 minutes. Yeah, probably put it in this tier where it's like, it's a cool special design, like I like it. But having that many, I think, just transcends into being more annoying than actually like fun, because it's not really about interacting with opponents anymore. It's more just like, look at me guys, I got 18 Booyah bombs, I'm on arrow spray, and I don't think that like embodies the spirit of this challenge, honestly. I feel like with this challenge, it's supposed to like emphasize like player interaction. I feel like these things at like the top are just like, they like enhance the way you like fight people or just make it straight up silly. And I think that's like what we strive for. This is more just like, I'm gonna vomit on the floor in like a circular pattern 20 times, and I don't think that's super interesting. But yeah, that actually covers all the specials. So in conclusion, you know, would I change anything? Would Bubble be more fun than this? I don't think Bubble would be more fun than this. I don't think Bubble would be too interesting in this challenge, honestly. Yeah, no, this seems about right. Yeah. I'm kind of curious what you guys think. And this, like, what special do you want to see from, you know, too many X special? Yeah, this is definitely what I would want to see. Like, I would love to see, like, probably, like, top five, maybe I'd crack in there, like, top six. Top six, I would love to see any of these. Granted, we already have one, so any of the other five, I'm super happy with. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're listening to this, you're listening for 25 minutes, so I hope you're subbed. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you. I'll leave the list maker in the description if you want to like make your own or whatever and like post it on Twitter or like at me or whatever. Like honestly, just go for it. Like I'm curious what other people think or what they want to say. But yeah, been keen. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.